Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're digging into some really fascinating source material. It's all about guiding 10-year-old boys, but from a very specific traditional and cultural viewpoint.
Yes, and it's quite different from a lot of modern Western thinking on parenting.
How so? What's the big difference?
Well, the most striking thing right off the bat is how it defines parenting itself. It's not just seen as, a relationship.
Okay.
The sources frame it as an office or a formal position. They use the specific term, an office.
Like a job.
Exactly. It implies specific duties, serious responsibility, and a very clear mission. It's almost institutional.
Huh. An office of parenting. That changes things. So if it's an office, there must be a goal, right? A mission statement.
Absolutely. A very clear one.
What are they aiming for? What should this boy become?
The goal is built on 4 pillars. First, they want him to be self-reliant. Really stand on his own feet, have self-respect.
Okay, self-reliant. What else?
Second, righteous may. So, strong moral character is essential.
Makes sense.
Third, he needs to be practical. Someone who can actually do things, function effectively in the world.
Practical. Okay, not just theoretical knowledge.
And precisely. And fourth, and this is really important in this framework, he needs to become a future support, akhush for his parents.
A support for his parents.
Yes, and eventually a leader in the community, akas. So it's about family duty and societal contribution, all built on actual competence.
Wow, okay. That's quite a mandate. So self-reliant, righteous, practical, a support and leader, if that's the goal.
Then the training has to start early.
Right. The guidance must lay out some big changes when a boy hits 10, yeah. You can't wait around if you're aiming that high.
Exactly. 10 is pinpointed as the critical turning point. It requires a really decisive shift.
What's the first big step then, according to this guidance?
The first thing is the boy moves fully under the father's supervision. Under the father's wing, so to speak. Yes, but it's more formal than that. It's structured mentorship. The specific aim is to teach what they call masculine responsibilities.
Okay. And there's a corresponding move, isn't there? Something that might sound a bit jarring today.
There is. At the same time, the boy is to be separated from women's gatherings. And, okay.
Separated. Why? What's the thinking there?
The philosophy laid out is twofold. First, it's to protect what they see as his natural modesty, or shame. They view this as vital for developing good character.
Protect his modesty. Okay. And the second reason?
It's about building self-confidence. By removing him from that familiar environment and putting him into situations under the father's guidance where he has to figure things out, be more independent.
That's a very sharp division, isn't it? Separating him like that. Doesn't that risk cutting him off from his mother or maybe from, emotional expression? Modern advice often pushes for more connection at this age.
It's a fair question. The source material doesn't really frame it as a risk in the same way we might today. Their focus is on developmental urgency.
Urgency.
Yes. They state that around age 10, a boy's heart desires new experiences. There's this burgeoning energy.
Okay.
And the idea is if that energy isn't immediately channeled into responsibility, into this specific kind of male mentorship, it could go in potentially harmful directions.
So it's about redirecting that natural drive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It assumes the mother has laid the early groundwork, the character foundation. Now it's time for the father to take over for the next stage, teaching real-world function. It's less about cutting off love, more about prioritizing competence transfer.
Okay, I see the logic within that framework. So, stage 1, supervision by the father, separation from the previous environment. That's the structure.
That's the foundation being laid at age 10.
Now, let's get into the application, because this is where the guidance gets incredibly specific, right? It's like a syllabus.
Oh, absolutely. It lists practical tasks needed for what they call practical self-reliance.
Yeah.
And it's not about trying, it's about mastering these things.
Okay, what kind of tasks are we talking about?
Well, it starts with personal responsibility, basic domestic skills. Things like ironing his own clothes.
His own clothes at 10.
Yes, making his own bed, knowing how to warm up food for himself. Simple things, but about self-sufficiency.
Right, not relying on others for basic needs.
And time management is huge too. Getting up on time, going to sleep on time, strict discipline there.
Seems designed to build independence from the ground up. Your basic life functions are your job now.
That's the message. It fosters dignity, they believe. But it doesn't stop at home. It extends outward.
Into the community.
Definitely. Preparing him for the world outside the front door. Like learning how to change a car tire,
Changing a tire, seriously?
Yes, very concrete, teaches problem solving, physical competence. The idea that if something breaks down, you can handle it. You're your own first resort.
That really drives home the self-reliance point. Capability, resilience. Okay, what else for outside the home?
Community skills are vital for that future leadership role. Nayosusjonyo,
Like what?
like fetching groceries, AC. That involves navigating the marketplace, interacting with people, handling money, being reliable. It's immediate practice in the real economy.
Little responsibilities that build up.
Right. And then there's something maybe less obvious to us today. Local literacy, both geographic and social.
Local literacy? What do you mean, knowing the area?
Exactly. The guidance insists the boy must learn to recognize local shops, specific houses, even the people in the neighborhood.
Why is that so important? Just knowing who's who.
It's about accountability, visibility. If you know your surroundings and the people in them and they know you, you're rooted, you belong.
Ah, I see. It prevents anonymity.
Precisely. It makes it harder to, misbehave unseen. It reinforces character because you're known within your community. It fosters that sense of belonging and responsibility to the community.
It's quite different from kids today, often knowing their online world better than their own street. Okay, so local knowledge. What else?
Social skills. Specifically, the manners and etiquette of hospitality. OGI sastringsia.
Hospitality, like how to serve tea.
Basically, yes. How to properly welcome a guest, offer refreshments, converse appropriately. Being a good host is part of being a competent, respected member of society.
So it's a whole package. Personal discipline, physical skills, navigating the local economy and community, and social grace.
It's incredibly holistic, all aimed at building that capable, responsible individual.
Okay, we've got the philosophy parenting as an office. We've got the structure, father supervision, separation, and the curriculum, these practical skills. Let's tie it back to the core belief. Why this intense focus? What are the stakes if parents don't do this, if they fail in their office?
The core belief is really stark. Children need more than just love and basic provisions. They absolutely require responsibility and character in the office.
So just feeding them, clothing them, sending them to school, that's not enough.
According to this guidance, it's fundamentally insufficient. That's just sustenance. The real work, the purpose of the parent, is to actively sculpt character through this kind of training.
And if parents don't provide that sculpting, if they just focus on food and school,
then the guidance gives a pretty potent warning about the future.
which is...
It says that without this dedicated character training, the son is likely to become a headache later in life.
a headache, meaning a burden.
Yes, a source of ongoing worry, maybe financial dependence, maybe even bringing shame to the family. The stakes aren't just the son's future success, they're the parent's own future peace and well-being.
Wow. So getting it right means he becomes that support, the but getting it wrong means he becomes unia.
That's the framework. It reframes the effort involved. It's not just for the child. It's almost long-term self-preservation for the parents, too.
But this level of training, this constant hands-on effort, it sounds exhausting. Does the source acknowledge how difficult this is?
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't sugarcoat it at all. It explicitly calls successful parenting, at this level, a laborious act of worship.
Laborious worship. That's powerful phrasing.
It highlights the immense, sustained effort involved, and it states very clearly that this requires real sacrifice from the parents.
What kind of sacrifice are we talking about? It's not just money for tutors or sports, is it?
No, it's much more personal. It demands their time and their energy directly. The text says parents must sacrifice sleep, mekia.
Sacrifice sleep.
Yes, and they must consciously dedicate significant time. It's emphatic. Character, responsibility, these things can't be outsourced. The parents have to be present, doing the teaching, enforcing the discipline, even when they're tired.
So staying up late to make sure the ironing gets done right, or waking up early to ensure he gets up on time, that is the worship.
That's the tangible expression of it, yes. It's the hard, unglamorous work of character building.
That level of intense personal sacrifice, it really contrasts with a lot of modern approaches that often look for, efficiency or outsourcing skills development.
It does. This model prioritizes the parent's direct, hands-on role in forging an autonomous, morally grounded adult. It's a deep challenge to the idea that just providing love and opportunity is sufficient.
So the love has to be shown through this demanding training.
According to this view, yes. Love is expressed through discipline, through teaching responsibility, through imparting practical competence. Successfully fulfilling the duties of the office, is what ensures the son grows upright.
And becoming that righteous, self-reliant leader.
Who can manage his own life, contribute to the community, and yes, ultimately be that ashen, that support for his parents. That's the payoff for the laborious worship.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the synthesis here is pretty clear. This traditional guidance presents a framework where success isn't measured by grades or trophies,
but by the son's genuine ability to function independently and responsibly in the world. It demands constant, deliberate, hands-on effort from the parents.
a real challenge to perhaps more passive or purely nurturing parenting styles. It emphasizes doing, capability.
Exactly. It forces you to think about what's truly being prioritized. Is it comfort and ease now, or capability and character later? This philosophy clearly values the latter, built through practical, physical, and social training.
So the final thought for you listening, if you view parenting, even just hypothetically, as this demanding office,
But requiring strategic, hands-on training.
it makes you pause and think about your own, well, daily output as a parent or mentor. Forget culture for a second, just think about the principle. If you're aiming to prepare the next generation for responsibility, for maybe even leadership.
What specific practical skills are you intentionally teaching today, this week?
Yeah, beyond schoolwork or scheduled activities, are they learning actual self-sufficiency, how to fix things, how to handle social situations like hospitality, how to navigate their immediate world?
That focus on practical autonomy, maybe that's the enduring challenge here. Regardless of background, what are we actively building?